grocery store recently set up shop in Lacombe called the Green Pantry. This store is Central Alberta's first web-based farmers market. The uniqueness of the self-proclaimed online local food market comes from its internet ordering system and from its wide variety of only locally sourced food.
Those are covered squashes. He's going to go on this. Yeah. All of this comes from Dargas Family Farms, which is up by Milton. They make a trip down for us, and we get all kinds of wonderful fresh things in this as well. Kale, lettuces, everything. But this is facing north, not in the sun.
Here's how it works. The Green Pantry website lists produce that local farmers have available on a weekly basis. You shop for those products online. Producers bring your order to the Green Pantry warehouse in Lacombe, where it is checked, assembled, loaded and delivered. Today, Susan is making a delivery to a distribution point near Rocky Mountain House.
I've got a background in agriculture. I've worked in agriculture all my life. I have a degree in agronomy and have worked at different government agencies in agriculture most of my life, but mostly worked with commercial agriculture, export commercial agriculture. But have always had a personal interest in local food and in feeding my own family with good food.
And here is where Susan believes sometimes farmers markets have something to offer that grocery stores don't.
There's an increasing understanding about what we put in our bodies and how that impacts how we feel and how we live. And certainly in the modern press, there's more discussion about processed foods and what might possibly be in the food that you get at the grocery store, and I think that's brought on the concern of people. I think farmers markets have had a huge impact on that ability for people to access that type of food, and so farmers markets really have led the way in letting people know that these products are actually available in Alberta and where they come from. And we have simply really just taken the idea of a farmer's market and tried to make it more accessible to people and year-round, so that people can still access that food that may come through a farmer's market or that is locally produced. And of course we're open all year long, so we have meats and we have dairy products and dry goods that are available all year long, and then we have storage vegetables and greenhouse grown vegetables all year long as well. So.
Tammy Soil Projects is just off the main road a short distance from Rocky Mountain House and acts as a local distribution point for the Green Pantry. Customers who place their orders from the area converge here once a month for their pickup. Today, Jeff and Julie Gillis are stoking the fire for a warm and friendly reception in preparation for Susan and her customers' arrival.
The Green Pantry is just like a perfect fit for what we're kind of about. There's nothing quite like this, I think. This is very specific to Central Alberta. And I like the fact that it kind of starts there and then goes out as far as the local food zones. I like to think of, you have yours, and the further away it is,
And we support farmers markets too, but there's not much going on in the wintertime, and Green Pantry is a pretty consistent source.
Tammy Soil Projects, also known as Rancho Relaxo, has given the monthly pickup and exchange something that all farmers markets strive for, that pervasive social atmosphere. Jeff and Julie are providing the Green Pantry with an important service, but their own projects and aspirations are benefiting from the gathering of like-minded people.
That's the thing. What we're trying to decide is what is our goals from this, and mainly it's to get people out here so that when we have 10 or 15 people standing around the fire surrounded by solar panels and gardens and solar water heating, you're bound to have conversations about those things.
So today, the Green Pantry and Tammy Soil Projects are taking a time out to talk shop. Julie thinks the interest in the Green Pantry from her community and the surrounding area would allow 2 or even 3 deliveries per month.
So then I thought, that's exactly the thought I was having this morning, is even if it was just once a month, and then if we did that every 2 weeks, once here and then once on Main Street, then I don't know, that could actually work out.
It's funny because I had expected that there would be more interest in cities, but it's exactly
Totally
opposite.
opposite, really.
It's exactly opposite. You know, you think that people in the country would have better access to this anyway. I mean, we certainly have had some interest in Red Deer, but it hasn't grown there like we thought it would.
Okay.
But the surrounding areas have grown more than we thought. They would. So
We'd like to encourage more people to try to grow their own, but we know that that can't work right today for everyone. So then it's good to find the next best thing, which is going to be your next closest local producer kind of thing, and starting from your neighbor and then working, you know.
So we just want to be the hub, so the hub for producers and consumers and everybody interested in sustainability or high quality food, whether they want to buy it or sell it, or they just want to find out more about it, they can come to us.
One such producer of high-quality food in Central Alberta is Rock Ridge Dairy, owned and operated by Patrick and Sherilyn Boss near Ponoka. Rock Ridge Dairy processes whole natural goat milk and cheese, organic cow's milk and cream at a federally inspected processing facility. Rock Ridge Dairy supplies the Green Pantry with organic cow's milk, cream, goat milk, and cheeses.
We've been doing this for almost 8 years, I guess, 7.5 years now.
The bosses recently added 7,000 square feet to their production facility to supply organic cow's milk. Blending tanks and packaging room were added along with the Rock Ridge brand of goat and organic cow's milk products, which are marketed locally. Sherilyn runs the cheese and production equipment, making sure all products are up to snuff.
This is the raw area. So this is the backbone of our entire operation. If this room doesn't work, nothing works.
Sherilyn is preparing the facility for expansion and hoping with successful marketing and customer support they can increase production of all different types of certified organic cow's milk, along with their goat dairy products.
And then the skim milk has to be cleared out in order for me to finish off with the 3.25%.
The Boss Farm started with only 50 goats. Today they have almost 1,000. The Rock Ridge Dairy produces approximately 1 million liters of goat milk products annually, and increasing. The animals are fed a special diet of grain, alfalfa, and grass for clear, sweet-tasting milk. Each goat is milked twice a day, 7 days a week.
Once most of them are milked, then we'll shut them into the smaller holding pen and then let them all go back into their pen. So this is a time when they'll do some extra cleaning and bedding when they're all out.
Back in Lacombe, the Green Pantry is celebrating the opening of their new home. Customers are invited to sample produce from local producers and pick up their online orders, or just come by and say hi. Donnie Taft says the conditions are right for this type of service to flourish, and it's about time someone thought of it.
A typical Green Pantry customer, I think I care about where my food comes from. I want to know more about how it's produced and that it's produced in an ethical, sustainable way. And the Green Pantry allows me to have those relationships with producers and have more confidence in the food that I'm eating.
Speaking from past career experience, Susan says she understands the enormous amount of work and technical knowledge it takes to grow and market food in this day and age. The Green Pantry is designed to make that job easier.
There's a ton of stuff to know. It's a very, very broad thing, and we just thought that if we could take a piece of that off their shoulders, so all they would have to do is produce it and find some way to get to us, then we could do that next aspect of marketing it and getting it out to people.